everyone, welcome back to my channel, My Crypto Teacher. My name is Ida and I am your crypto teacher. Today I'm just going to be talking about 2025, the year 2025 and crypto. We just want to talk about crypto. I know a lot of people are feeling anxious. They want to be rich today, but what you're doing today is actually going to prepare you to be in a greater or a better financial situation in 2025, because these things take time. So we're just going to go through some information that will help you kind of navigate these waters and get an understanding of where we are. But the important piece is you've got to start now, because what you're experiencing today in terms of your finances, your options and opportunities, you laid the ground for this years ago. Things don't happen instantly. So it's so critically important that you understand what you do today is going to set you up for financial wealth in 2025. Okay, we're going to talk about that. So remember, I bring you all new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you haven't already, please click on like and subscribe, and don't forget to share, because sharing is caring. I'm going back to subscribe, and I really do appreciate you all tuning in to my channel. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to share a couple of different articles with you just to give you some information to so you can see where we are in crypto and just thinking about 2025. So first, let's take a look at the market and just where we are today, where we are in this market today. I'm going to take a look at CoinGecko, because you know that's my favorite, and you all know how to get into CoinGecko now. And so today, you see that the entire market cap for all of crypto is 2.2 trillion. That's 2.2 trillion with a T dollars. Bitcoin is 45,700. And the reason why so many people talk about Bitcoin is because Bitcoin is the leader. It is the grandma or the grandpa of cryptocurrency. And Bitcoin kind of leads the path in everything that we do. But one thing people have got to understand is that Bitcoin serves a very different purpose than the rest of cryptocurrencies and digital assets. And there's a huge difference. And so Bitcoin right now is $45,733 for one token. But the total market cap for Bitcoin is $869 billion. So the market cap for Bitcoin is $869 billion. Now, a lot of people tend to think that Bitcoin is going to be the reserve currency, or it's going to take the place of gold. And right now, gold is what most countries use to back their currencies. But the United States left the gold standard back in 1971 with Richard Nixon. But gold has a market cap of about $12 trillion. So for a lot of people who think that Bitcoin is going to be the new digital gold, they're thinking that this market cap may grow from 869 billion to about 12 trillion. Now, we know that gold is clunky. You can't carry it around. It has a lot of disadvantages when you line it up against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a digital asset. With the click of your fingers or on your cell phone, you can move this asset around. You can also have custody of it easily, means you can store it somewhere safely and people can't get to it unless you want them to get to it. I'm not talking about the hackers. So I do see a use case for Bitcoin being a reserve currency or a digital gold. But here's what I think is going to happen. Think about the powers to be. They are not going to let Bitcoin just waltz on the scene and replace the currency. The International Monetary Fund is not going to lay down for Bitcoin. They're just not, guys. The big boy has the money, and that means they still have the power. Now, here's what I believe. About every couple of 100 years, a new superpower in the world emerges. And you can do history and see the Dutch used to be powerful. The United Kingdom used to be powerful, the Spanish. So there's been cycles of different countries taking over as the world power. Well, we are knocking on the door at that point now where traditionally a shift in world power has come. I talked about the new world monetary power in my or the new world monetary order in one of my videos, and take a look at that so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll post it in the description. But here's the thing with Bitcoin and gold. I think going forward, it's going to be a huge shift, but I don't think it's going to be one superpower, one world power. I think we're going to have multiple world reserve currencies. I think that Bitcoin will be a reserve currency, but I think that it will reside alongside China and the United States, because the United States is just too powerful and they have too much control, and they've had too much debt in too many other countries for them to just be wiped out of the system as the power. But what I do think is, as we shift to this new world monetary order, I do think that there is going to be an alignment of powerful forces and reserve currencies. I think that Bitcoin will emerge as a world currency. I also think China's currency, because China is everywhere. They've got their road and bridge project going on over in Africa. They have infiltrated Africa in a major way. So there's a lot of things that are going on that people don't realize. But just so you know, I do think Bitcoin will someday be a reserve currency, but I just don't think it's going to be the sole reserve currency. So I think they're going to coexist. I think that the time of having one major world currency is over. And I think that multiple currencies will be on that particular platform. So that's what I believe about Bitcoin. Okay. So now, one other thing about Bitcoin is let's take a look at this article. There's just 2 million Bitcoin left to mine. In case you didn't know, Bitcoin was set up. Remember, it's a technology, it's a software. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin ever mined. Now, here's what we already know. Lots of people have lost their Bitcoin. So there's not even 21 million. There won't even be 21 million when they're out there, okay? But here's something that's significant that has happened. There are only 2 million Bitcoin left to mine. So thus far, 19 million Bitcoin have been mined. Now, we don't know if it's 19 million out there because some people have lost their digital keys. They can never get access to it. So the 19th million Bitcoin was mined on Friday of last week, a landmark for occasion for the #1 cryptocurrency, and they are by market cap. 19 million Bitcoin are now in circulation, with just 2 million Bitcoin yet to be minted or mined until roughly the year of 2140. So the way that Bitcoin was set up and designed, the final Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2140. And just to give you a little bit more information, according to Vlad Costia, founder of Bitcoin Takeover, there are only 2 million Bitcoin left to mine in the next 118 years. Over the past 13 years, that's how long Bitcoin has been around, for 13 years. Since the inception of Bitcoin, miners have uncovered 19 million Bitcoin. The last Bitcoin is expected to be mined in the year 2140. And so every 4 years, Bitcoin would have something called the halving. And what the halving is, there are people out there that use computer systems that mine. Mining just means generate and provide consensus for Bitcoin. So all these miners out here, they are actually paid a fee or a for their service, because they're doing a service. So when they mine Bitcoin, they're actually paid. And what has happened since Bitcoin has been around, every 4 years, they have something called the halving. They cut the fee that's paid to the miners in half. So see, at first they were getting 50 Bitcoin, and then the next halving was 25 Bitcoin, which is half of 50. Then it went down to 12.5 Bitcoin for mining. This went to the miners. Then it went to 6.25 per block, and so forth and so on. So what happens is that now every 4 years these miners, they get less money, less Bitcoin to mine or generate this Bitcoin, and that's what the halving is all about. Okay, another article, and so that's huge, that there's only 2 million more Bitcoin to be mined. And that's why you hear these people talk about all the Bitcoin is going to be gone, you better get you some while you can, because as this precious asset, and it is an asset, as it becomes harder to get your hands on, it's going to go up in price, right? Because you have supply and demand. The more supply you have, the cheaper it is. The less supply you have by nature, the more expensive it is. So that's what the Bitcoin halving is all about. And so we will eventually run out of Bitcoin, and there won't be a lot on the market. You do see companies and countries who are adopting Bitcoin and taking more of an interest. If you take a look at COVID, has put us in a whole nother place. COVID has shifted the mindset of everyone. You've got the Great Resignation. People now want to enjoy life. They don't want to work all day and all night and all weekend. People now see the value of having their time. One thing that you can't get back, you can't get back your time. So people now want their time back, and people see that time is precious. And then also with technology, people are able to make a living in a lot of non-traditional ways. So there are so many thousands of social media experts. They just make money on social media. So the internet has changed the game for people. Okay. All right. Now, another article I just want to talk about just real quick. New crypto owners nearly doubled in 3 key regions in 2021. And that's a report. More than half of respondents in India, Brazil, and Hong Kong made the first purchase of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin in 2021. That's why, you are still new, because this is only 2022. So you are pretty early. Gemini, a cryptocurrency exchange founded by Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, those two super duper rich twins that sued Zuckerberg because they claimed that he stole their Facebook idea when they were in college. These are those twin brothers. They polled about 30,000 respondents in 20 countries between November of 2021 and February 2022 to provide a picture of a rapidly expanding crypto ecosystem. And basically, here's what they found. Just take a look at this chart. You can see Brazil and Indonesia and the United Arab Emirates. They have 35%, 41%. Those people in those countries are now holding crypto, which is amazing. If you look at the United States, in the United States, we've got about 20% of United States citizens that own crypto. Denmark, their citizens only 15%. They hold the least amount. So you all can see that, and you can look at this chart and see in these different countries, more and more people in countries around the world are owning crypto, because you can do a lot with it. People do not want to be a slave to the US dollar. And what the Russians found out when they invaded Ukraine, the United States and the European Union was able to block them out and really make them suffer economically and financially because of the control of the money. So that has given a lot of countries something to think about, because crypto is something that you truly do own. It is yours. No one can take it, okay? They can hack it if you do some things unsafely, but that's another video. Okay, so I wanted you all to see this is how crypto is being adopted in all over the world in the country. So you can see crypto owners are growing and adopting, and that's going to be major for crypto. So now, let me just talk about some other things about 2025, okay? Today, a lot of these crypto projects, they cost a lot less than what they're going to cost in 2025. The reason why you're learning about crypto right now is because you need to get a good understanding of the different layers and different things you can do with crypto. Cryptocurrencies and digital assets, it's going to change how we do lending, how you borrow money, how you earn interest on your money. That's going to fall under the umbrella of DeFi. You're going to also have the metaverse. The metaverse is going to be huge, guys. It's going to be an extension of how we already live. And with the metaverse, you're going to have NFTs. And let me talk a little bit about the NFTs in the metaverse. So in the metaverse, or in these games that actually exist on blockchain, think about the game Monopoly. Everybody knows Monopoly. So imagine with Monopoly that each asset in Monopoly was worth money and it traded like a token on the blockchain. So you have Axie Infinity, which is a game. They have a token called Smooth Love Potion. And My Neighbor Alice. You have a lot of different games where the tokens themselves in the games are the assets. It could be that, like in Monopoly, the different properties, the railroads, those would be assets on the blockchain, and you could purchase those assets and you can trade them, and that's what makes them valuable. So companies are going to be able to do a lot of different things very creatively with non-fungible tokens, okay? You're going to be able to, they're going to do promotions. That's how they're going to build their loyalty and their customer base. They're going to give you perks if you own this particular NFT. They're going to be able to identify special things about the markets and the demographics that they're trying to capture. So the metaverse is going to be huge. Web 3.0, that's going to be an extension of the internet and the way that we do things. Another thing, I keep telling you all, if you haven't already bought your name, domain NFTs. There would be, that is the digital identity and the way that we will define ourselves in the future. And guys, first of all, this is not financial advice. None of this is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But I have chosen to invest in domain NFTs because I do believe that they will be valuable in the future. For example, what I purchased recently. So I'm looking at trying to think out the box and be creative. So I decided that I'm going to, every year we have an NBA draft to draft the young players into the NBA, and we have the NFL draft. And so what I bought 2025 NBA draft, 2026 NBA draft .nft and .crypto, because I think that in the future they are going to be valuable and someone is going to want to own those as an identity. I also bought the FIFA World Cup 2023, 2024, 2025. I bought a bunch of them because, again, I believe that these different digital identities are going to be valuable to someone, like a trading card, and they're going to want to purchase these because think about it. Domain NFTs are superior to .coms because that you can attach a wallet to them. So you can actually have money come directly to that particular domain NFT, plus you own it permanently. There are no renewal fees. Like if you own a .com, you have to pay a renewal fee every so often. So .nfts, .crypto, those domain NFTs, I believe are going to be much more valuable, and it will be the way that we identify ourselves digitally in the future. Just like if Bitcoin becomes digital gold, we're going to have a digital identification. And the other piece too, think about sports fans. Like I bought Dallas fan for life, Steelers fan for life. So people can relate to different things. And so I do believe that by owning those different digital identities, it's going to prove to be valuable to you. So that's what we have going on for 2025. There was one more thing, cryptos themselves. So remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am not, but buying crypto is like buying the technology of the future. And I've done a lot of different reviews on different projects that I'm invested in and that I believe in, or that may be prospects for me. Again, I am not a financial advisor, but you can actually find very economical and very cheap cryptos under 25 cents, under 50 cents, that I do believe will dominate this space in the future. So there's a lot of different things that you can do right now today to prepare you for 2025. So when 2025 gets here, guys, it's going to be late to prepare for 2025. So if you are experienced, and whether you're old or you're young, it doesn't matter. Prepare today for 2025 and you will participate in, I believe, the greatest wealth transfer that we're going to see in our lifetime. It's going to happen. You're either going to be a part of it or you are not. You're going to say woulda, coulda, shoulda, or you're going to be a very happy camper when you look at your portfolio. And because there's so many different things to learn about cryptocurrencies and digital assets, you've got the metaverse, you've got cryptos themselves, you got staking, you've got to understand Bitcoin, you've got to understand different categories of cryptocurrencies, you got layer one blockchains. Why are they important? You've got lately, I've been accumulating something called Arweave. Arweave is a storage blockchain that has a lot of different potential. So there's a lot of different things that can be done with cryptocurrency and digital assets, and you've got to learn about it. If you really want to be financially secure, and I mean really financially secure, take some time and invest in yourself. Learn about this crypto and this digital asset. Don't spend all day, every day. That's crazy. You got to have a life. But take and spend maybe 45 minutes to an hour each week and learn a little bit about it, and then just start. Just start. I'm not telling you what to do with your money because I'm not a financial advisor, but you've got to be part of this financial movement that's getting ready to occur. The New World Monetary Order is getting ready to occur. We are there. We're at the cusp of it. We're in the beginning. And so if you know what I know, get your ducks in a row, get yourself going, and start small. Just start small. Start today. Start today. All right. So remember, my name is Ida. I am your crypto teacher, and I bring you new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Don't forget to like, share, and because remember, sharing is caring. And don't forget, I'm singing. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Also, get a few of your relatives and your friends that you care about. Have them subscribe too, because I'm trying to get my subs up, because I'm trying to get this information out to everyone, because I want everyone to see this content and know that they can be a part of this great wealth generation that we're getting ready to have. All right, so take care until next time. I'm out.